Yeah, hi kids, it's me, the Red Panther. I'm in Vegas. It's 9/11/2013. I'm at the Venetian. I had to look there and make sure I remembered. Yeah, I'm at the Venetian. And in honor of 9/11, and in honor of Las Vegas, I'm not really sure what that means, but it sounds like something I should say. I'm going to show you Vegas for a couple minutes with Alex Jones. Yeah, kids. Here we go.
So they intimidate others. And they tell people, across the board, music, film, you name it, you speak out against government, we're going to ruin your career. People are told this. So I admire Dave. He's had a lot of courage. And so, obviously, when they come to town, they invite me out to the show. And so we went out to the big Formula One racetrack. I'd never been out there, and I've driven by it before when the elite are being shuttled in by helicopter. So it was like 100 helicopters in the air, bringing them back and forth from Austin out west or out east to the Formula One track. So I go out there to the sold-out show, and we park, and then you go to Will Call to get your tickets. They put up there for you. And then they go, no, you got to go around to the VIP area. That's where they're waiting. That's what the ticket counter. And I said, no, I'm told to come here. They go, well, told by who? And all these workers just treating people so bad. And of course, I've been to other shows. Maybe that stuff's not been like this. It's like the spirit of the whole. But I mean, the crowd was great. The people were great. I couldn't believe how many InfoWars T-shirts I saw. Literally, I got mobbed. Doing autographs and pictures. I mean, it just was amazing. I mean, I was in the dark out there, because I didn't want to stay backstage. I was, watching Megadeth and then Iron Maiden. And so I like, the heavy, hard, fast music. Grew up on it. Words can't describe it. The point is that I like being invited to those things, and I like it when it's at the W or something, a smaller venue, and I go in the back. This was amazing with the security people who were just looking for someone to mess with. And I watched them doing it to other people. Iron Maiden security people. And you're sitting there walking backstage, to walk back out front, and some big guy jumps out in front of you and wants to have a fight with you. And you're like, no, I'm just going out there, I have my all-access pass. And they still get in your face like they want to fight you, and it's just so wimpy. It's like, wow, this is the spirit of the New World Order. But that's not why I started telling the story on this 9/11 anniversary. I get sent around, so now they have to go get my tickets that were actually up front. And this place is the size of the Death Star or something. I mean, this is a humongous facility. It's probably a half mile from the front to the back of just the arena. They have to send people to get the tickets and the passes and come all the way to the back. And at the back, at the VIP entrance, but they had this up front too, they had grope downs going on. So I walk in there with one of my friends and his lovely wife. She looks like a model, like a Miss America. I'm not going to say her name. I mean, they told me I could tell the story, but I'm not going to do it. And we walk right through. The shaved head woman, shaved head, looked like she could bench press 300 pounds. She didn't want to pat us down. She went right for the blonde that we were with, my friend. And I mean, boom, boom. And we're almost like, you know what, let's not go in here. I'm like, The point was it was being poked the whole time I was in there. Poked by security. Poked. Then we'd walk out and try to walk up top and watch. That's where the music was best, far back because it was so loud. And there would just be some sniveling minimum wage lady that was like 4 feet tall, because she weighed like 800 pounds. Literally, it was like a self-propelled. I'm not being mean to fat people, it's just I'm describing her. It was like Jabba the Hutt. A female Jabba the Hutt comes over and bumps into us and says, you can't stand here. And we've been standing there earlier. It was a huge wide area, and we're like, the moon's out, it's all beautiful night, magic evening. Never heard Megadeth be better. Even back when I was like, 14 years old. Amazing. So I really enjoyed that. And I just thought about what a weird country we are. That, I mean, obviously, this woman has taken this job so they can just play God, and they just completely ignore us. You can just walk right through. By the way, we were wearing more baggy shirts. Amy was wearing a tight shirt and pants and cowboy boots. And we're just double-taked. Why did they let us through? And they're doing that to her. Well, I mean, it was... And then we sat back and watched as more attractive women came up. I've seen this with the TSA. What do you think happened? Imagine, that's the security. You give someone a slot where they can dominate and have power over people. And my instinct is, I'm trying to walk down and go out front. This is where they showed us to go before. We have an all-access pass. And some guy jumps out in front of me and goes, you can't come out here. And he goes, I don't care what that says. Because I'm like, okay, well, I'm just trying to follow, Pam Mustaine right down through here. I'm like, okay. I go, well, where's the other way? And he goes, I'm not going to tell you that. And every instinct in me, and believe me, folks, I've been in fights with people that weigh 300 pounds that can bench press like 500 pounds, and I'd stomp their head in the ground. I can only get excited when some big guy gets in my face. But I'm almost 40 years old. I had to control myself. I was like, yes, sir, thank you. And he got off on that. And I could only control myself by realizing how pathetic and weak he was. But I officially cannot go to any football games. I can't go to the Kite Festival. They have U.S. Army out there doing that now. I'm living in a giant concentration camp. I'm living in a giant concentration camp, and the jobs in America now are for every control freak to push people around and boss them around and get in their face. And the epicenter of it is North Korea, Pyongyang, or however you pronounce it, Pyongyang, Washington, D.C., Pyongyang on the Potomac, where they tell veterans, you can't come have a march you've had every year for 11 years, but we're going to let other people do it. And you know what? We're just done. But the problem is I can't avoid public places, folks. They're going to be everywhere now. It's shopping malls, you name it. And I have a lot of trouble dealing with it. Your phone calls are coming up. Stay with us. It's 9/11, 12 years later. You've thought about it.
Well, kids, wow, there you have it. I'm trying to... What am I trying to do? Wow, I'm not sure. Sort of combining two things. Vegas and Alex Jones on 9/11. Does that make sense? Maybe this is the start of a new thing. Maybe I'm going to take Alex Jones with me wherever I go, and I don't know. Well, that's it for now, kids, and guess what? It's been raining here in Vegas. It's going to rain again. Rain in the desert. Back in Iowa, we need it. Yeah, well, this is the Red Panther. Out.